Should I?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is me with my mum, and I love my mum because she loves me unconditionally and she's never afraid to tell me the truth. And that's me being a mum with my dog Henry. And I love Henry because he's the most excited dog or person or thing who greets me at the door when I come home every afternoon.
So this is my mum. When I told her I had to take a photo, she was out in the garden, so I told her I'd put a filter on for her. My mum is the most practical person. She tried very, very hard to teach me how to sew and cook. Unfortunately, I'm good at neither of those. So, but she did teach me a few things. She taught me to be loyal. She taught me to pursue peace in all situations. And yeah, that's my mum.
They are cute, aren't they? And I know what you're looking at, the little lion cubs. But when I see the photo, I look at my kids, because I'm a mum and I'm so proud of them. To the left is Lizzie and to the right is Philip. We have the privilege of holding the softest, cutest little baby cubs, lion cubs, and their mummy was standing on the other side of the fence. You can't see that. And that lioness, you could see in her eyes, looking at her standing there, the protection she had, looking at her baby cubs, that we might not harm them or do something to them. And we as mums are the same. That's our nature. We want to protect, we want to look after our little ones. And I'm a proud mum today.
This is me and my mum, and I love my mum because she's my best friend. And she loves me unconditionally, and she's taught me lots of things like to cook and to make the best lasagna ever.
Hello, this is a picture of me and my family. So I have 3 kids and 2 of them are married, and then I have 2 beautiful granddaughters, and I love being a granny best of all. But what I wanted to share with you about being a mum was I knew within seconds of my child being born that I would lay down my life for him, and then I realised just exactly that's what God did for us. And so for me, understanding the depth of love that God has for us is even more than I can imagine, and I know how much I love my kids, and that unconditional love is easy to say and really hard to do when they make choices that you might not agree with. But being a mum and being a granny is the best privilege, and I just thank God for that.
And Mrs. Hay is away today, but this is Mrs. Hay and her daughter Kirsty, and they are very close. And I know that if you're in 1G, you've seen Kirsty, and she is a helper, and she blesses her mum so, so much.
So I love being a mum. Being a mum is such a blessing and a privilege, and I'm lucky enough to be a mum to Abby and Ben. And I just love it when they tell me they love me. Those are the most beautiful words that you can hear. So children, tell your mummies every day that you love them.
These are my 3 beautiful children, and just like in the book, it seemed like the other day they were just this age. You blink and they're this age. The one on the right has just recently gotten married, so I have an extra in my family now, a beautiful son-in-law, and I just love them all dearly. It's wonderful.
This is me and my friend and my mum. And my mum loves to have fun. Look at her dressed up with us being crazy. And I hope that when I'm a mum, I always have fun with my kids.
And this is our last photo today, and this is me with my mum, and I haven't eaten too much cake. That was when I had some babies in my tummy. So Pastor Joss and I were looking through these photos, and she said, that's 3 generations in one photo. And I said, yes, it is. And I also have another lovely big girl as well, and she was just outside that picture. Now, my mum is part of my village. She helps to look after my boys and girls, and I could not do my job, mum or teacher, without her. And I think she is very lovely and she's very special, and I love seeing my kids be kind and love her. All right, thank you, ladies.